Hello, my name is Khadija Lawrence, so this is my project with Shakilya Lawrence on the 1953 North Sea flood.
The worst storm in 500 years whips the North Sea into a boiling cauldron. Flood tides lashed by hurricane winds defy the heroic efforts of thousands of workers to reinforce the dikes and race inland to inundate one-sixth of Holland's land area. Even as these pictures were taken at the height of the storm, the death toll stood at 1,400. And as rescue work progressed, it was feared the grim total might reach the 2,000 mark. The dikes for centuries.
And so the storm that occurred was seasonal and occurred due to the influence of the spring tide being experienced in this region. The storm surge created was a result of multiple factors: the spring tide and a low pressure system that moved in a southeastern direction from the north of Scotland down the North Sea. It was this depression that caused the northerly gale winds. These strong winds moved the water south during high tide, resulting in massive amount of flooding to the Netherlands, the UK, Belgium, and Scotland. The storm surge caused water levels to rise 5.6 meters above sea level. Flooding of this magnitude has not occurred since the initial incident. The flooding stretched across a 1,000-mile stretch coast between the Netherlands, the UK, Belgium, affecting Essex and the Thames estuary regions the most. This flood had a huge impact. 2,551 people lost their lives, with 1,836 people from the Netherlands, 307 people from England, and 28 people from Belgium. The damages were great. They costed £50 million. In England, 140,000 acres of land were flooded, 32,000 people were evacuated, 24,000 properties were damaged, 46,000 livestock were killed. In the Netherlands, approximately 100,000 people were evacuated, 340,000 acres were flooded, 47,300 buildings were damaged, 30,000 livestock were killed, and 30 farms were destroyed by the flooding. The storm caused governments to reevaluate and improve their coastal defenses, warning systems, and flood management policies. The storm led to more government involvement with other agencies like the Environment Agency to come up with evacuation and emergency services plans to help to protect the public. They came up with severe warning alerts days in advance, Environment Agency flooding warning service, storm tide warning service only in the UK, and in 1984 the UK built the Thames barrier to protect London from future surges. And this picture over here does show in the blue where it flooded in England. And as you can see, it did flood a lot in Essex, and it did flood a lot near London, and that's why they tried to build a larger barrier over there. In the Netherlands, after the flooding, the Delta Commission studied the cause and effect of the floods, and the surges was led to the Delta Works, which has been successful in preventing coastal flooding in the Netherlands. The Delta Works is a series of dams, locks, sluices, levees, and storm surge barriers, including the 9-kilometer Oosterschelde-Derkling Dam. It's like a mouthful. In addition to the Delta Plan, the National Flood Defense Construction Program, the Sand Nourishment Program, the Delta Law, and Delta Program were also operational actions that were undertaken by the Dutch government. The National Flood Defense Construction Program exists to strengthen weirs that are not up to safety standards set by the government. The Sand Nourishment Program replenishes the beach coastlines every year, and the Delta Law and Delta Program implements national flood constructs and continues to plans to strengthen weirs. Sand nourishments will be evaluated yearly for speed and volume, and it also introduces new safety levels based on cost-benefit analysis, and introduces delta dikes, and creates a program to increase the level of the IJsselmeer, which is a lake that is in the Netherlands. And so the yellow shows where the levee breached, and the green is the flooded land. And as you can see, the red also shows where the levees were destroyed. The reason why the Netherlands was hit so hard is because more than 85% of the coastal zones is located below the 5 meters of elevation. So when the waters came because of the storm, they are so low, which is why they're called the Netherlands, that they flooded. And now they have decided to create lots of programs to make sure that that doesn't happen again in the future. And this is my references for all of the information and pictures provided. And that's it.